Welcome back to our Bible in a Year reading plan. I am Shanique, and thank you so much for tuning in and for joining us as we read the Bible through in a year. And if you'd like to join us on this journey, you can find the reading plan that we're currently reading in the description box below. And each day we have an audio Bible reading of the day's verses. So it's the perfect opportunity to tune in throughout the day and join us on this journey. So today we're going to be reading from Joshua, and we're going to be reading Joshua chapters 18 to 20, and it will be read from the New American Standard Bible. Let's get started.
Joshua 18 Rest of the land divided. Then the whole congregation of the sons of Israel assembled at Shiloh, and set up the tent of meeting there, and the land was subdued before them. But there remained among the sons of Israel 7 tribes who had not divided their inheritance. So Joshua said to the sons of Israel, "How long will you put off entering to take possession of the land which the Lord, the God of your fathers, has given you? Provide for yourselves 3 men from each tribe, so that I may send them, and that they may arise and walk through the land and write a description of it according to their inheritance. Then they shall return to me. And they shall divide it into 7 portions. Judah shall stay in its territory on the south, and the house of Joseph shall stay in their territory on the north. And you shall write a description of the land in 7 divisions, and bring the description here to me. Then I will cast lots for you here before the Lord our God. For the Levites have no portion among you, because the priesthood of the Lord is their inheritance. Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh also have received their inheritance eastward beyond the Jordan, which Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. Then the men arose and went, and Joshua commanded those who went to write a description of the land, saying, "Go and walk through the land and write a description of it and return to me. Then I will cast lots for you here before the Lord in Shiloh." So the men went and passed through the land and wrote a description of it by cities in 7 divisions in a book, and they came to Joshua at the camp at Shiloh. Joshua then cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord, and there Joshua divided the land for the sons of Israel according to their divisions. The territory of Benjamin. Now the lot of the tribe of the sons of Benjamin came up according to their families, and the territory of their lot lay between the sons of Judah and the sons of Joseph. Their border on the north side was from the Jordan. Then the border went up to the side of Jericho on the north, and went up through the hill country westward, and it ended at the wilderness of Bethaven. Then from there the border continued to Luz, to the side of Luz, that is, Bethel, southward, and the border went down to Adaroth-adar, near the hill which lies on the south of Lower Beth-horon. And the border changed direction from there and turned around on the west side southward, from the hill which lies opposite Beth-horon southward, and it ended at Kiriath-baal, that is, Kiriath-jearim, a city of the sons of Judah. This was the west side. Then the south side was from the edge of Kiriath-jearim, and the border went westward and went to the fountain of the waters of Nephtoah. Then the border went down to the edge of the hill which is in the valley of Ben Hinnom, which is in the valley of Rephaim northward, and it went down to the valley of Hinnom, to the slope of the Jebusites southward, and went down to En-rogel. Then it turned northward and went to En-shemesh, and went to Jeliloth, which is opposite the ascent of Adummim, and it went down to the stone of Bohan the son of Reuben. And it continued to the side in front of the Arabah northward, and went down to the Arabah. Then the border continued to the side of Beth-hoglah northward, and the border ended at the north bay of the Salt Sea, at the south end of the Jordan. This was the southern border. Moreover, the Jordan was its border on the east side. This was the inheritance of the sons of Benjamin according to their families, and according to its borders all around. Now the cities of the tribe of the sons of Benjamin according to their families were Jericho, Beth-hoglah, and Emekkeziz, Beth-arabah, Zemaraim, and Bethel, Avim, Parah, and Ophrah, Chephramoni, Ophni, and Geba, 12 cities with their villages. Gibeon, Ramah, and Beeroth, Mizpeh, Kephra, and Moza, Rekem, Irpeel, and Terala, Zelah, Haleph, the Jebusite city, that is, Jerusalem, Gibeah, Kiriath, 14 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the sons of Benjamin according to their families. Joshua 19 Territory of Simeon. Then the second lot went to Simeon, to the tribe of the sons of Simeon according to their families, and their inheritance was in the midst of the inheritance of the sons of Judah. So they had in their inheritance Beersheba or Sheba and Melada, Hazar-Shul, Bala and Ezem, Eltalad, Bethul and Hormah, Ziklag, Beth-Markaboth and Hazar-Susa, Beth-Lebaoth and Sharuhin, 13 cities with their villages, Ain, Rimmon, Ether and Ashan, 4 cities with their villages, and all the villages which were around these cities as far as Baalath-beer, Ramah of the Negev. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Simeon according to their families. The inheritance of the sons of Simeon was taken from the portion of the sons of Judah, because the share of the sons of Judah was too large for them, so the sons of Simeon received an inheritance in the midst of Judah's inheritance. Territory of Zebulun. Now the third lot came up for the sons of Zebulun according to their families, and the territory of their inheritance was as far as Sarid. Then their border went up to the west and to Maralah, and it reached Dabbesheth and reached to the brook that is opposite Jokneam. Then it turned from Sarid to the east toward the sunrise as far as the border of Chisloth-Tabor, and it proceeded to Daberath and up to Japhia. From there it continued eastward toward the sunrise to Gath-Hepher, to Ethkazin, and it proceeded to Rimmon which stretches to Ne. Then the border circled around it on the north to Hanathon, and it ended at the valley of Iftahel. Included also were Kadah, Nahalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the sons of Zebulun according to their families, these cities with their villages. Territory of Issachar. The fourth lot went to Issachar, to the sons of Issachar according to their families. Their territory was to Jezreel and included Chesulloth, Shunem, Hapharaim, Shion, and Anaharath, Rabbath, Kishan and Ebez, Remeth, and Ganim, and Hada, and Beth-Pazzaz. The border reached to Tabor, Shahazuma, and Beth-Shemesh, and their border ended at the Jordan, 16 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Issachar according to their families, the cities with their villages. Territory of Asher. Now the fifth lot went to the tribe of the sons of Asher according to their families. Their territory was Helkath, Hali, Beten, and Akshaph, Alamelech, Amad, and Mishal, and it reached to Carmel on the west and Shear-Libnath. It turned toward the east to Beth-Dagon and reached Zebulun, and to the valley of Iftahel northward to Beth-Emek and Neel. Then it proceeded on north to Kabul, Ebron, Rehob, Hammon, and Cana as far as Great Sidon. The border turned to Ramah and to the fortified city of Tyre. Then the border turned to Hosah, and it ended at the sea by the region of Akzib. Included also were Ummah, Aphek, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Asher according to their families, these cities with their villages. Territory of Naphtali. The sixth lot went to the sons of Naphtali, according to their families. Their border was from Heleph, from the oak in Zananim, and Adami-Nekeb and Jabneel, as far as Lachum, and it ended at the Jordan. Then the border turned westward to Asnoth-Tabor and proceeded from there to Hukkok, and it reached Zebulun on the south and reached Asher on the west, and Judah at the Jordan toward the east. The fortified cities were Ziddim, Zur, Hamath, Rakkath, and Chinnereth, Adamah, Ramah, and Hazor, Kadesh, Edrei, and En-Hazor, Yiron, Migdalel, Horem, Bethanath, and Beth-Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Naphtali according to their families, the cities with their villages. Territory of Dan. The seventh lot went to the tribe of the sons of Dan according to their families. The territory of their inheritance was Zorah, Eshtaol, and Iar-Shemesh, Shalabin, Aijalon, and Ithla, Elon, Timnah, and Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, and Baalath, Jehud, Ben-Abirak, and Gath-Rimmon, Mejarkon, and Rakkon. With the territory opposite Joppa. The territory of the sons of Dan proceeded beyond them, For the sons of Dan went up and fought with Leshem and captured it. Then they struck it with the edge of the sword and took possession of it and settled in it, and they named Leshem Dan after the name of their father Dan. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the sons of Dan according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they finished apportioning the land for inheritance by its borders, the sons of Israel gave an inheritance among them to Joshua the son of Nun. In accordance with the command of the Lord, they gave him the city for which he asked, Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim. So he built the city and settled in it. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest, Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers' households of the tribes of the sons of Israel apportioned by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the doorway of the tent of meeting. So they finished dividing the land. Joshua 20. 6 cities of refuge. Then the Lord spoke to Joshua, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, Designate the cities of refuge of which I spoke to you through Moses, so that one who commits manslaughter by killing a person unintentionally, without premeditation, may flee there. And they shall become your refuge from the avenger of blood. Then he shall flee to one of these cities, and shall stand at the entrance of the gate of the city, and state his case in the presence of the elders of that city, and they shall receive him into the city to them, and give him a place, so that he may remain among them. Now if the avenger of blood pursues him, then they are not to hand the one who committed manslaughter over to him, since he struck his neighbor without premeditation and did not hate him previously. And he shall remain in that city until he stands before the congregation for judgment, until the death of the one who is high priest in those days. Then he shall return to his own city and to his own house, to the city from which he fled. So they set apart Kadesh in Galilee in the hill country of Naphtali, and Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath-arba, that is, Hebron, in the hill country of Judah, and beyond the Jordan east of Jericho, they designated Bezer in the wilderness on the plain from the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead from the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan from the tribe of Manasseh. These were the designated cities for all the sons of Israel and for the stranger who resides among them, so that whoever kills a person unintentionally may flee there and not die by the hand of the avenger of blood until he stands before the congregation.